Hi everyone and welcome. It is Karen here with you today. Today I am sharing with you a art journal page in my smaller Dilutions journal. And I've already gessoed my page, so I'm just going to use this cute new rice paper that's available from Scrap FX. I think it was designed by Claire, which is really cool. So I'm just going to start off by gluing that full piece down into my book just with some gel medium. So that's what I'm doing there, making sure I haven't got any bubbles or creases, making sure that it's all stuck down very nicely. And once it's dry, I decided that I would extend some of Claire's squiggles here just with a black pen, if I can find a black pen that actually works. You know, I've got thousands of them, but not all of them work. I think the trouble was that it was still a little bit damp, and that's why it wasn't working so awesomely. But anyway, that's kind of filled up the page there a little bit better. So I've decided to get out my Bombay inks, my PH Martin ones. These are like permanent colours when they're actually dry, so I'm not going to have to worry about anything leaking out anywhere once they're dry. So yeah, they're really cool. So I'm just putting some green grass down, bit of sun, bit of blue sky, which is actually a bit of teal, but I actually wanted to paint my houses in blue and yellow, and I think you can guess why I wanted to do blue and yellow. As we all know, you know, there's just horrible things happening in the world, and hopefully it will end soon. So to try and ease my mind a little bit, because it has been playing on my mind, plus all the floods that have been happening here in Australia, which is just awful, I decided to do this little bit of art page, and yeah, I'm concentrating on the blue and the yellow today. So I've just got out some Tombow markers, and I'm just running around some of the roofs just to add some colour into those. Now, Tombow inks are like a dye pen ink, so they will run if I add more bits over the top, but I don't think I will, so it's not going to matter. So I'm just going to add some brighter yellow into the windows. There we go. That little bit on the roof that I missed, that's looking pretty good. So I'm just going to add a tiny little bit of pink into my flowers, just using up some of the excess inks that I've got there. I've also got one of these brand new butterfly patchwork butterflies, so I've cut that out of the collage sheet, and I've also got a new tree chipboard here that I wanted to make white, so that's what I've got my massive big Posca pen out for. I've also got this new stencil, which was also designed by Claire, and I'm just going to add some white dots into my background just to help break it up just a little bit and add a bit more interest. And with my leftover paint, I'm going to go over that piece of chipboard again. So I've just put some glue on the back of my butterfly, but before I stick it down, I wanted to do some scribbly bits on those circles that I painted in. So there goes down the butterfly. Here comes the tree. Woohoo! It's looking cool. So I'm just going to do a bit of scribble around the outside of the page here, just to give it a little bit of a border. I'm going to dry it off a little bit, because it still feels a little bit damp. And I actually wanted to write my big word piece through the middle. So, excuse me. I've just grabbed out a Stabilo All Pencil in white, just so I can write it out. And then I've got my gold Posca pen here, and I'm just going to write that out. And as you can see, my E goes up into the flight of the butterfly. So yeah, I'm thinking that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to widen off the letters, but first of all, I've got to get that paint pen dry before I can do that. So I'm just going to make them a little bit thicker, just by running my pens around that words, the letters again of the word, making them a little bit solid in some places and thinner in the other. So I guess thick on the upstroke and a bit thinner on the downstroke. And then I decided that I would add in some shadow. So I've got my black Stabilo oil pencil here, so I can create a little bit of a shadow there on my letters and my butterflies. So you'll start to see the word pop out just that little bit more from my page. So there we go. So I'm really happy with how this little page turned out. I really think it looks quite nice. It's brought me a little bit of peace, so I think that was kind of good. Aim of the game. Yeah, so I hope I have inspired you to get a little bit crafty. Maybe check out some of the new goods available from ScrapFX. And until next time, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all soon. Okay, bye.